good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Saturday evening. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. In race number 1, note that number 6, My Mom's an Ace, it will be a scratch. Race 1, scratch 6, My Mom's an Ace. Note that 1 Century Lexus, the driver Scott Coulter. Scott Coulter drives the 1. Scratched is 6. Race 2, number 6, Back in a Flash, aluminum to steel shoes up front. Races 3 through 8, no changes. No changes, races 3 through 8. Field 4, race number 1 is on parade. 1 Century Lexus, Scott Culver, Tyler Moore, and Ramasako Group. Number 2 is Marlene's Legacy, Sammy Folia for Chantel Mitchell and Howard Taylor and Judith Taylor. Number 3 is Meadowbrook Amy, Jay Harris for Gerard Demers and Danny Mangai. And number 4 is One for My Baby, Jason Ryan for Nicolucci and Miller Farms. Number 5 is Shemar's Lady Lucy, Brody LeCain for Sheila Lewis. And number 8 is Sonny's Girl, Daryl Thiessen for Matt Dubois and 8th Line Investments. Number 7, Espresso Beans, Brent McDonald for Ron McDonald and Brent McLennan. And at number 9 is Baby Step Back, Austin Sawyer for Jared Mann and Rod Nobes and Charles Gazzola. Well, let's get a look at this field 4 race number 1. Field of 8, scratched is number 6, My Mom's an Ace. We'll start with number 4, One for My Baby, who's 3-1 on the board. The recent form is much better, and this is one sent up Nick Gallucci, and Nick's flirting with the 400 training average and winning at a high percentage. Has 30 wins and 112 starts this year, so One for My Baby and Jason Ryan. Big chance in here. Winless on the season, but coming in from Mohawk off of back-to-back 54 and 1 miles, and I think One for My Baby stands out in this spot, and surprised not the even money favorite, but 5-2 on the board. Number 7, Espresso Beans, is one that raced in this class last time out from the trailer post and did a pretty nice job to close up and be only beaten a length and 3/4 after being more than 10 lengths back at the opening quarter. Espresso Beans will leave out of post 6, 7 out of 12 in the top 2 on the year. So Espresso Beans, who shows plenty of form when you look down the page. Espresso Beans certainly can be a main threat. You do see a mile of 54 flat at Mohawk, 2 races ago, so compares with One for My Baby. Brent McDonald for Ron McDonald, and is slight favorite at 2-1. Number 9, Baby Step Back. Well, the trailer post isn't great, but Jared Mann's barn is, and this is one that has made the top 3 in 7 out of 8 races on the season. Baby Step Back comes in excellent form, and is one that raced from off the pace last race and was right there at the finish, beaten just a length and a quarter, leaving out of post position 7. Trailer post has to work out a trip. We'll see if Austin Sorey can figure it out, but certainly the barn is sharp and should have a shot, should be ready to go. There is Baby Step Back. And number 8, Sonny's Girl. Well, post 8 last time out in this class. Look at that. Second beat in 3/4. So don't ignore this one just because leaving on the outside. And it will be post 7 now. Sonny's Girl, Daryl Thiessen for Matt Dupuis, has 3 wins on the season. And Sonny's Girl is on the board at 6-1. All the cappers are on number 4, One for My Baby, and is currently on the board at 7-5, is now the favorite. Gate is rolling for race number 1. Century Lexus and Marlene's Legacy on the inside. In the center, it's Meadowbrook Amy, One for My Baby, and Shimar's Lady Lucy. To the outside, Espresso Beans and Sunny's Girl. In the second tier, Baby Step Back. Field of 8, race number 1. First of 8 dashes on a Saturday night at Flamboro Downs. Let's do this. Field for race number 1, and well back early is Century Lexus, and it is right now Meadowbrook Amy who leaves out with Marlene's Legacy. Marlene's Legacy, Meadowbrook Amy, those are the top two as they fire on into the turn. And then One for My Baby. Baby Step Back and off stride Marlene's Legacy, scattering some of the field, and Baby Step Back from the trailer post was able to inherit the lead, and then Meadowbrook Amy and Espresso Beans, and One for My Baby is racing position 4th and is over to the pylons. Then it is back to Sunny's Girl, Shimar's Lady Lucy, and Baby Step Back. As they race their way past that opening quarter in 28 and 4, Baby Step Back, Meadowbrook Amy, Espresso Beans, and One for My Baby, and Sunny's Girl and Shimar's Lady Lucy. And they race off the turn, and they come on towards us. Baby Step Back in Austin Surrey has a lead right now of about 4 lengths over Meadowbrook Amy. Now Espresso Beans is going to pop to the outside, giving cover to One for My Baby. Then it is back to Sunny's Girl and Shimar's Lady Lucy, 58 and 2 halftime, off at 28 and 4 opening quarter. And it is still Baby Step Back in Austin Surrey, who's got a lead of about 4.5 or 5 lengths. Meadowbrook Amy, Espresso Beans on the outside, Sunny's Girl, One for My Baby. And they hustle their way on towards 3/4, and it is Baby Step Back, who's 3-1 on the board. Leads on past that 3/4. Espresso Beans second 3/4 in 1:26. 27 and 3, third panel, and they work their way towards the top of the stretch. Baby Step Back, Espresso Beans, One for My Baby is now getting closer, but still has a lot of work to it. Here comes Sunny's Girl is flying now late on down the stretch where they come. Baby Step Back, Espresso Beans charging is Sunny's Girl, and it is Baby Step Back, and Sunny's Girl is coming on the outside. Baby Step Back, and Sunny's Girl appeared to pick up second over Espresso Beans, and One for My Baby, 156 flat. Baby Step Back. Fans, the inquiry sound will go up pertaining to the start and number 1, Century Lexus. There is 9, Baby Step Back. Austin Surrey, the winning driver. 4-year-old Dally Bay mare, owned by Ron Nopes and Charles Gazzola. Jared Mann is the trainer. 3rd win this season and the 6th lifetime. Baby Step Back, 156 flat. Fans, the judge's ruling that one Century Lexus will be refunded, determined to have not received a fair start, was not inside of the fair start poll at the start of the race. Refund one Century Lexus. First race, 9 Baby Step Back, $8 for 72.70. 8 Sonny's Girl, $23. 7 Espresso Beans, $2.80. $2 Exactor, 54.10. $1 Try, 65.05. $1 Super, 152.45. 20-cent Super, 30.49. First race, order of finish from the top is a 7 refund, 8546 scratch 321. That's 7 refund, 854 scratch 6321. For race number 2 on parade, 1, Shadow's Secret, Scott Coulter, Lyle MacArthur, and Frank Grandinetti. Number 2 is Half Fast, Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen. Number 3 is Copetown Cowgirl, Daryl Thiessen for Rod Boyd and Dale Devine. 4 is Chargent Patricia, Brett McDonough for Gabby Sasso and Martin Rest Racing. Number 5, Bull by the Horns, Austin Sorry for Anthony Beaton and Bradley Grant. And number 6, Back into Flash, Sammy Filia for Candice Morell and Al Gibb. Field of 6 for race number 2. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 2, Half Fast, and one that raced pretty darn well at Grand River last time out. Left out, fired to the front, led a good chunk of the way. Finished a second beat in a length. Solid race to build on. And now you do see this one with 3 runner-up finishes in the past 4 starts. 5 out of 7 in the top 3 of the year. Sent up the strong barn of Jody Cullen. It might be time for Half Fast to break through, break on through to the other side. Jason Ryan is 3-1. Number 1, Shadow's Secret, Scotty Coulter for Lyle MacArthur, one that's had 1 start, and it was a pretty solid effort. And this is one that parked early, made the lead. They'd be paid for that a little bit in the late going, but still decent mile of 2 minutes. And Shadow's Secret is one that could move forward, and one that a homebred of Frank Grandinetti, trained by Lyle MacArthur. Shadow's Secret and Scotty Coulter is 3-5, getting a lot of love off that last race, the first career start, September the 6th. Others, number 6, Back in a Flash, Sammy Filia for Candice Morell, and shoe change for this one, aluminum to steel shoes up front, and 3 starts without a top 3, but last time out was only beaten 3 lengths, was much more competitive last race, and a mile of 57 and 3 at Grand River. Now, Grand River puts up some fast miles, so, you got to take that into account. And Back in the Flash, Sammy Filia for Candice Morell is 17-1. Equipment change might be a big factor, and I think off that last race, especially with a hot Sammy Filia, should be bet a little bit more. And one more is number 4, Chargent Patricia. Doesn't have a top 2 in 5 starts, but at least one you can consider for the Superfecta ticket, 4th and 3rd in the last 2 races. And in fact, you do see down the page some 4ths and 3rds as well. Chargent Patricia, Brett McDonough for Gabby Sasso, is currently 4-1. But the fans are on 1, Shadow's Secret, 4-5 on the board. I went to 2, Half Fast, and Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen at 2-1. Gate is rolling for race number 2. Shadow Secret, half fast on the inside. Copetown Cowgirl, Sergeant Patricia in the center. To the outside, Bull by the Horns, and back in a flash. It's a field of 6. It's race number 2 on a Saturday night at Flamboro Downs. Go Bills. Field for the second race is at the start of the rough, and Sergeant Patricia, half fast. Shadow Secret, Bull by the Horns, and Copetown Cowgirl, and back in a flash. And the field heads on around that first turn. Half fast, Shadow Secret on the inside. Half fast on the outside is going to slide over to the pocket now on the back of Shadow Secret. Sergeant Patricia third. Those three have separation on the remaining three, who are Bull by the Horns and back in a flash. And then Copetown Cowgirl as they race their way on to that opening quarter. And it is Shadow Secret who's on top. Shadow Secret, half fast, racing third. Sergeant Patricia, Bull by the Horns, back in a flash, and Copetown Cowgirl. Shadow Secret, 29-second opening quarter, has a lead of about 2 1/4 lengths. Half fast and Sergeant Patricia are the closest to in pursuit. Then it is Bull by the Horns off at 29 opening quarter. They come up towards the half. The trailing pair are still back in a flash, and Copetown Cowgirl, but with the lead, Shadow Secret, and the half 59-1. Shadow Secret, half fast, and Sergeant Patricia. Bull by the Horns is racing fourth. Then back in a flash, and Copetown Cowgirl 6 in a line. On into the backstretch, 59-1 halftime. Scotty Calder and Shadow Secret at 7-2. The 1-2 half fast in the pocket. Still biding time and staying close. And on the outside, Bull by the Horns is on the outside, has moved up and taken over second. Half fast on the inside, racing position third. Still tight on the back of Shadow Secret, who's got a slim lead now. Is on the outside, Bull by the Horns, and then half fast on the inside. Sergeant Patricia on the outside. Then it is back in the flash, and way back is Copetown Cowgirl, 1:29-1 the 3/4 time. And Bull by the Horns is able to come on and grab the lead. Bull by the Horns, Sergeant Patricia to the outside. Then it is a Shadow Secret, and half fast is swung out wide, but has to come very fast now. Bull by the Horns and Sergeant Patricia. Bull by the Horns wins it. Sergeant Patricia, half fast, and Shadow Secret, 159 flat. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 2, it's number 5, Bull by the Horns, Austin Sorey, the winning driver. Bull by the Horns is a gray 2-year-old Bulldog Hanover filly, owned by Bradley Grant, trained by Anthony Beaton. Austin Sorey victorious. Bull by the Horns, 159 flat for a first lifetime win. Second race payouts 5. Bull by the Horn, 750 for 62.30. 4. Sergeant Patricia, $6 370. 2 half past 210. $2 race actor, 49.60. Dollar try, 54.65. Dollar super, 127.45. 20-cent super, 25.49. $2 double, 54.30. Second race order finished from the top, 436215. That's 436215 on the bottom. field on post parade for race number 3. 1 place here. Scotty Culliver, Kayla Henry, Natalie Willette. Number 2, This Girl Rules. Sammy Filia for Rafael Barassa. Number 3, Just One Bite. Brent McDonough for Ron McDonald and Brent McDonald and Shengo. Number 4, Wifey Said So. Jason Ryan for Carmen Osiello and Vanessa McBride, Rebello, and Frank Gentile. Number 5, Prove 'Em Wrong. Austin Sorry for Cameron McQueen. And number 6, Rose-Colored Glasses. Daryl Thiessen for Blair Burgess and Len Rosine. Field of 6, race number 3. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field for the third dash, and we'll start with number 4, Wifey Said So. Wifey Said So, 1 to 5 on the board, and well, one that is dropping in class and should have a decent chance to get back going. Has 10 wins in 30 starts in the air, but hasn't won in quite a while now, and has got to fall in form, but has been facing much tougher. So this drop in class now, down to this bottom condition class where Wifey Said So, because of the recent form, has been able to land in. Look, this is a horse that's made $2,000 to start this year. At this level, Wifey Said So, Jason Ryan for Carmen Osiello should be able to turn things around with a big burst, 1 to 5. If Wifey Said So doesn't turn it around, well, who's the one to get on to? Maybe Just One Bite. One that's coming in from Batavia, have been racing south of the border. Just One Bite, Brent McDonald for Ron McDonald, and Just One Bite. This will be the third start for Ron McDonald with Just One Bite, and getting away from Batavia might find this to be a more applicable spot for Just One Bite. Brent McDonald driving 9 to 1 on the board. Others, number 2, This Girl Rules, and 8 out of 20 in the top 2 on the year. One that had been racing at Clinton before that last race was showing some pretty good form. The last race at Clinton, optional 12 claimer, that didn't go well, so now goes into this conditioned class. This Girl Rules. Sammy Filia is one that's got a bit of class. Sammy Filia for Rafael Barassa. Rafi and Sammy, that's a strong combination. This one, though, is 12 to 1. That last race at Clinton has got some people thinking that this one might not be good in here. Look, this is one that won 8 times last year and earned some solid money last year, about $1,500 to start. This Girl Rules. I expect to bounce back 9 to 1. And one more is number 1, Plaisir. Has been mostly a fringe player of late, but Plaisir is one that was in this class last time out to finish third, got a pocket trip, now gets the inside, probably is going to be able to leave well again. That was the best getting off the gate in a while, hasn't been getting off the gate. That one got out second and stuck around for third. Maybe it can come back to that level again. Scotty Coulter drove last time out, he's driving here. This one for Kayla Henry, Plaisir, 9 to 1. Fans are heavily on number 4, Wifey Said So, 1 to 2. Field of 6 for race number 3, moving in, taking up their positions. Place here. This girl rules on the inside. In the center, just one bite. Wifey said so to the outside. Prove them wrong. And rose colored glasses. Field of 6, race number 3. Field for the third is at the start of the rough. This girl rules will leave with just one bite. Place here on the inside. Then wifey said so, proven wrong. And rose-colored glasses. This girl rules early. Just one bite is second. Place here third. Then wifey said so. The heavy favorite got away fourth, and then it is back to proven wrong. And rose-colored glasses. This girl rules in Semiphilia. Has a lead of about 2.5 right now. 7-2 on the board. Just one bite is racing second. Place here third. And wifey said so. Even money on the board is racing fourth in front of Proven Wrong and rose-colored glasses. 27-4 the opening quarter. This girl rules. Leads on around the turn. Advantage is 2.5 over just one bite. Place here third. Wifey said so fourth and Proven Wrong. Rose-colored glasses, and the field is about to come off the turn. This girl rules is looking sharp so far. Leads it by about 2.25. Just one bite is racing second, trying to bite into the lead. Now wifey said so was up and driving from fourth and has come first over. Now shares third with place here, about 3 off the lead. 56-4 halftime. Now rose-colored glasses has gained a spot and proven wrong on the inside. Into the backstretch. This girl rules is starting to get away a little bit and leads by about 3.5 lengths over just one bite. Wifey said so, still sharing third with place here, about 5 off the lead. This girl rules as they head on to 3/4 off a 56-4 halftime and a 29-second split. This girl rules from the backfield at 3 wide as rose-colored glasses coming. Just one bite his second. Wifey said so now is closing, but still about 2.25 back. Then on the inside place here. Then going off stride, rose-colored glasses, second last proven wrong. 3/4, 125-1. This girl rules is still ruling by about 2.25. Wifey said so is dug in now, but has a lot of work to do because this girl rules is still ruling. This girl rules as they come to the finish. Closing hard, wifey said so. Wifey said so is going to roll on by and win it. This girl rules was second place here, third. Then prove them wrong, 155-3. Wifey said so. Back in front of us, the winner of race 3, number 4, Wifey Said So. Jason Ryan, the winning driver. Wifey Said So, 5-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay mare, owned by Vanessa McBride Rebello and Frank Gentile. Carmen Osceola, the trainer, 11th win this season, 16th lifetime. Wifey Said So, 155-3. Third race payouts for Wifey Said So, 420 260 220. Two This Girl Rules, 320 250. One place here, 280. $2 exactor, 1260. Dollar try, 2070. Dollar super, 52.50. 20-cent super, 10.50. Third race order finish from the top. 325146. That's 325146 on the bottom. field for race number 4 is on post parade. 1, Lady Terra. Sammy Filia for Zachary Carroll and Karen Carroll. Number 2 is Wildcat Delight. Brett McDonald for Ron McDonald. And number 3, Stumpage Drama. Austin Torrey for Jared Mann and Allison Hepburn. 4 is Gimme a Corona. Jason Ryan for Commodore Cielo and DP Hostable. 5 is Sweet Cheese. Anthony Hahn for Catherine Cochran and Stephen Bastard. Number 6, Stag Royal. Scott Culver, Ken Skinner. And number 7 is DA Temptation, Daryl Thiessen for Jody Cullen and Yvonne Mondu. Field of 7, race number 4, post time coming up shortly. Let's get a look at the field for race number 4. We'll start with number 1, Lady Terra. Now, number 4, Gimme a Corona, is getting a lot of love, 2 to 5 on the board. But Lady Terra is one that I think also has a pretty substantial chance in here. And Lady Terra is currently 2 to 1 on the board. Lady Terra coming in from Mohawk. You do see this one racing in 150 flat, back-to-back starts in July. Certainly the recent form isn't great, but has 5 wins and 19 starts on the year. And was third at Mohawk in a solid group in 51-3 just 2 starts ago. When you look further down the page back in July, this one was in with some monsters, and I think Lady Terra and Sammy Filia for Zachary Carroll stands out here to me. Number 4, Gimme a Corona, is my second choice and the one that was taking all that money, but now it's floated up to 2 to 1. That was good at Mohawk last race in a bottom class and mile of 53. 18 top 2s and 31 starts on the year. Give Me a Corona flashed a bit of gate speed last race at Mohawk. Maybe can get rolling early again here. Jason Ryan for Commodore Cielo. Give Me a Corona is 5 to 2. Number 7, DA Temptation, comes in off of a win here, and that win was in this class, so has to be a consideration. And this will be the 4th start for Jody Cullen with DA Temptation. A little tougher post assignment. Blasted out from post 4 to get the lead last race. Now post 7, Daryl Thiessen for Jody Cullen. DA Temptation 12 to 1. You could be tempted because won in this class last time out. And number 6, Stag Royal. Good recent form, a win in a couple of seconds in the past 4 starts. Stag Royal recently at Georgian Downs in a solid group. Led a long way before just getting caught at the finish. Stag Royal and Scotty Culver, Ken Skinner is 20 to 1. Fans are on 1, Lady Terra 2 to 5. My top choice in here. Gate is rolling for race number 4. Field of 7 into the stretch drive. Here they come. And the field is at the start. And they're off, and Sweet Cheese, rather Stag Royal leaving out, and Wildcat Delight as they drive their way on into that turn. Wildcat Delight on the inside to the outside. That is Stag Royal. Stonebridge Drama's racing third. Gimme a Corona fourth, and Lady Terra is only fifth away. Then it is back to Sweet Cheese and DA Temptation. Wildcat Delighted 11-1 with the lead. Stag Royal at 10-1 is second. Stonebridge Drama 18-1 is third. Then it is Gimme a Corona. And then Lady Terra back further. Sweet Cheese and trailing the field is DA Temptation 27-3 the opening quarter. Wildcat Delight has got a lead of a length and a half. Stag Royal is second. Stonebridge Drama to the outside is moving with Gimme a Corona. Lady Terra then to the outside. Sweet Cheese, and on the inside that is DA Temptation. They race their way up towards the half. Wildcat Delight. Stonebridge Drama to the outside is racing second. Stag Royal third. Then Gimme a Corona. DA Temptation and Lady Terra 57-3 halftime off a 30-second second panel breather. Wildcat Delight has the lead on into the backstretch. Wildcat Delight, Stonebridge Drama, Stag Royal in the pocket, and Gimme a Corona is spotted second over. And then it is DA Temptation and Lady Terra, and the field heads on towards three quarters. Wildcat Delight leads it by a length, and now Gimme a Corona is moving up three wide. Gimme a Corona is looking to belly up to the bar and collar Wildcat Delight. Stag Royal on the inside is racing third. Stonebridge Drama weakens, and now Lady Terra is coming. Lady Terra is looking to burst onto the scene. Lady Terra out three wide, still with a lot of work to do, but is coming with a full force now. 126 and 4 3/4. Wildcat Delight. Stag Royal looks to dart up the inside, and then Gimme a Corona. It is Wildcat Delight and Gimme a Corona, and on the inside Stag Royal. As they come to the finish, it is Wildcat Delight to hold off Stag Royal, and then Gimme a Corona and Lady Terra 155 and 2. There's the winner of race number 4. It is number 2, Wildcat Delight, victorious. Brett McDonald, the winning driver. Wildcat Delight's an 8-year-old Better's Delight Bay mare. Brett shares and is the owner. Ron McDonald, the trainer. Second win on the season. 35th lifetime for Wildcat Delight. Fourth race, number 2, Wildcat Delight, 24.20, $10 460. 6 Stag Royal, 11.30, 760, and 4 Gimme a Corona, $2.90. $2 exactor, $441.80. Dollar try, $188.90. 20-cent super, $468.90. 20-cent pick 3, $124.47. Fourth race order finish from the top. 4173-625. That's 4173-625 at the bottom. field for race number 5 on parade 1. Best girl in town, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers and J.R. Merbois. Number 2 is B3PO, Brett McDonough for Ken Oliver. Number 3 is Page Rock Scissors, Jason Ride from Michael Patterson. Number 4 is Better in Heels, Anthony Hunt for Tess Waxman and Ralph Pitt and Troy Learn. 5 is How Back Hottie, Daryl Cheeson for Jody Cullen, Wayne McCrane, Brady Doyle, and Robert Tilley and Gary Mott. Number 6, I Wish I Had Me, Dale Spence for Tyler Schlotman and Kevin Skilton. Number 7, Y'all is Hillbilly Jet, Jay Harris for Cameron McQueen and Carl Davison. And number 8 is Wasaga, Scotty Kohler for Les Posen. And 9, Bargain Bid, Sammy Filia for Francis Gibbett and Sonia Jolie. Field of 9, race number 5. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 4, Better in Heels, and one that was a winner in each of the last couple. The fans pumped the money in on Better in Heels in each of the last couple, was the betting favorite, and Better in Heels got a pretty good chance to come right back and make it 3 wins in a row. Back in the bottom class, beat the bottom class last race, and the start before that, Georgian Downs in the bottom class, and sent up a Tess Waxman. Is now a first start for Tess, had been with Paul Davies, and Anthony on driving. Better in Heels, 5-2 on the board. Others, number 2, B3PO, is one that's been racing consistently well. A bunch of wins early in the year. Hasn't won since July the 26th, but has been consistently good. Has 7 wins on the season. In fact, look at 20 out of 29 in the top 3. B3PO, 3-1. Number 5, How Back Hottie, second beaten just a length last time out. Sent up by Jody Cullen. Double barrel Daryl Thiessen driving How Back Hottie. And certainly that was a nice bounce back because it had a rough go in the start before it at Grand River. But 2 of the last 3 were solid. How Back Hottie and Daryl Thiessen should be a factor. 10-1. And also one more is 9, Bargain Bid. Sammy Filia for Francis Guillemette. Bargain Bid shows enough recent form and races for such a strong barn that I think you have to keep an eye on Bargain Bid as a possibility. The trailer post doesn't do Bargain Bid any favors, but you get a hot Sammy Filia for a very strong barn. Bargain Bid at 9-1. It's the final leg of the Pick 5. We have a super high 5 in here. Final leg of the Pick 5. Only the 1 and 5 with tickets available. That'd be a carryover if anyone other than the 1 and 5 went in here. It'll be a pretty nice price. We saw the probables on the 1 and 5 are paying handsomely. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Best Girl in Town, B3PO, Page Rock Scissors on the inside. In the center, Veteran Heels and Hamakati. To the outside, I Wish I Had Me, Hillbilly Jet with Sega. And the second tier, Bargain Bid. It's a field of 9, fifth dash on a Saturday night at Flamboro Downs. Let's do this. Go Bills. Field for the 5th race is at the start of the rough and Better in Heels drives so quickly. Then Hillbilly Jet, How Makati, B3PO up the inside. Then Best Girl in Town and Page Rock Scissors and Bargain Bid. Racing second last is I Wish I Had Me. And trailing is Wasega, but it's Better in Heels who pumps out to take the early lead. Hillbilly Jet, Y'all's racing second. B3PO is third. Racing fourth is How Makati. Best Girl in Town is back in fifth. And then Page Rock Scissors and Bargain Bid. And the trailing pair, I Wish I Had Me in with Sega. It's Better in Heels and Anthony Hahn, who's leading on around the turn, 27-4 opening quarter. Long shot Hillbilly Jet, 21-1 is positioned second. B3PO and then Hal Makati, Best Girl in Town, Page Rock Scissors and back to Bargain Bid, and then it is I Wish I Had Me in with Sega. But Better in Heels at 3-1's got the lead as they come up towards the half of a 27-4 opening quarter. Better in Heels rolls on past the half, a lead of a couple of lengths, but now coming to call is B3PO, 57-2 halftime, 29-3 second panel. Hillbilly Jet is racing position third right now. How Makati is fourth to the inside. Best Girl in Town is racing fifth. Into the backstretch, Better in Heels is leading, but on the outside, getting up a little closer is B3PO at 6-1. Hillbilly Jet, Y'all is still in the top 3. And racing position fourth is How Makati. Then Best Girl in Town and Page Rock Scissors in Bargain Bid. And then it is back further to Wasega. And I Wish I Had Me. Better in Heels on by 3/4 in 126. Better in Heels and B3PO. They're going at it, but Better in Heels is still holding on to the lead. Better in Heels as the field turns for home. B3PO drops down to the inside. Best Girl in Town and Hillbilly Jet. And racing fifth, How Makati on down the stretch front they come. Better in Heels and Anthony Hahn is going to go coast to coast like butter on toast. Then it is Best Girl in Town. B3PO is in a photo with Hillbilly Jet. 155-3 Better in Heels. Back in front of us, the winner, number 4, Better in Heels, Anthony Hahn with the winning drive. Better in Heels is a 3-year-old better than Cheddar. Bay filly owned and trained by Tess Waxman along with Ralph Pitt and Troy Learn. 5th win on the season, 7th lifetime. Better in Heels, 3rd win in a row. 155-3. The fifth race, payouts for veteran heels. 830, $4, $3. One best girl in town, 210, 210. Two B3PO, 260. $2 exactor, 1730. Dollar try, 2120. And the 20-cent high five, 99.98. Pick five carryover into tomorrow, $2,303.90. Fifth race, order of finish from the top, 236 159 487. That's 236 159 487. field for race number 6 on parade. 1 is Lions Hungry Apple, Brett McDonough for Ken Oliver and 3 Lions Racing. Number 2 is Sporting a Smile, Dale Spence for Earl McLeod and Clifton Hobbs. And number 3 is Isn't Easy, Scott Coulter for Paul Coulter. Number 4 is Bree is a Baroness, Jason Ryan for Chris Kane. Number 5 is Fastlane Jane, Jay Harris for Gord Danzatovic and Peter Albrecht. And number 6, TJ All the Way, Sammy Filia for Bill Budd and Antonio Tangretta. Field of 6, race number 6. Let's get a look at this field, and fans are hungry to bet the one horse in here. My top one, Matt's top one, Foxy's gone somewhere else to the 3, but let's look at Lions Hungry Apple 1 to 9 on the board, and certainly is one that's capable in here. I don't know about 1 to 9, one that races in a maiden class again. Dominated a maiden class at Georgian Downs August the 30th. Look at the draw for this one. This is the 5th consecutive post one for Lions Hungry Apple, a win and a second. A couple of the post ones were pretty nice to Lions Hungry Apple. That win and a second were from post one. But last time out, did not leave well at Grand River, then wasn't able to really get into the race and finished a well-beaten 5th. Lions Hungry Apple and Brett McDonough for Kenny Oliver looking for a big bounce back, 1 to 9. Number 6, TJ All the Way, is one that was a winner at Grand River in a maiden class August the 18th. Last time out raced here and was shuffled all the way back to 8th. It did come on late in the mile to finish 5th. TJ All the Way and Sammy Filia for Bill Budd needs to work out a decent trip. TJ All the Way is 5 to 1. Number 3 Isn't Easy, Scott Coulter for Paul Coulter. And, well, the last couple races weren't great, but the last one was in the non-winners at 2. The one before that was post 8 at Grand River. So both of the races you could maybe look past, and you look further down the page, you see this one winning a maiden class August the 4th at Grand River in 55 and 3. Isn't Easy is certainly not without a solid shot in here, and Team Coulter is currently on the board at 3 to 1. And one more is number 5, Fast Lane Jane. And Fast Lane Jane, just a 5th last time out, did close some ground late. Maybe can be one that could squeeze onto the bottom of the ticket. Is 0 for 9 in the top 3, but maybe can round out the top 4, be on the super. Fast Lane Jane, 23 to 1. A couple of long shots, the 4 and 5, as the money has gone to the other 4. And I took Fast Lane Jane over Bree as a Baroness as the one to round out the super. Gate is rolling for the sixth. Lions Hungry Apple sporting a smile on the inside. In the center isn't easy. Bree is a Baroness. To the outside, Fastlane Jane and TJ all the way. It's a field of six, race number 6. Lions Hungry Apple 1 to 5 of the board right now. Field 4, race number 6. They're at the top of the stretch, and here they come. And the field is at the start of the rough, and from the outside, TJ all the way is going to leap with Lions Hungry Apple and Isn't Easy. Those are the top 3. Then Sporting a Smile and Fast Lane Jane. And back to Bree as a Baroness, and it is TJ all the way who's come on to get the lead. TJ all the way, Lions Hungry Apple, Isn't Easy, Sporting a Smile, Fast Lane Jane, and then Bree as a Baroness is trailing. TJ all the way had the lead, but now Lions Hungry Apple is able to come on and grab the front. Lions Hungry Apple and Brett McDonald has the lead. 28-3 the opening quarter. TJ all the way is racing position second. Isn't Easy, then Sporting a Smile and Fast Lane Jane and Bree is a Baroness. 28-3 opening quarter. Lions Hungry Apple 1 to 2 on the board, heavily favored. TJ all the way and Semi-Filia enjoying the view from the pocket. Isn't Easy is racing third. Sporting a Smile is right now fourth, and then it is Fastlane Jane and Bree is a Baroness. 59-1 halftime, 30-3 second panel. Lions Hungry Apple unchallenged right now, and TJ all the way is racing position second. Isn't Easy third. Then fourth is Sporting a Smile and Fastlane Jane, and Bree is a Baroness is well back trailing off of 59-1 halftime. They race towards three quarters, and now Isn't Easy has popped out. Isn't Easy is quickly bursting onto the scene against Lions Hungry Apple, and Isn't Easy is trying to take down Lions Hungry Apple and leads it by about a half a length, but it isn't easy because Lions Hungry Apple is going to fight back on the inside, and they share the lead. Lions Hungry Apple and Isn't Easy racing third. TJ all the way is wheeled out, and then Sporting a Smile, and now Isn't Easy to come on to take a slim lead over T on Lions Hungry Apple. Isn't Easy. Here comes TJ all the way. TJ all the way trying to split the defense and is going to win. And Isn't Easy, and Sporting a Smile is in a show photo with Lions Hungry Apple. 158-1. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 6, number 6 TJ all the way. Semi-Filia, the winning driver for trainer Bill Budd, the owner Antonio Tangretta. TJ all the way, the victorious and is a 4-year-old McWicked Bay mare. Second win this year in lifetime for TJ all the way. 158 and 1. The sixth race payouts number 6 TJ all the way. 933, 40, 270. 3 isn't easy. 350, 280. 2 sporting a smile, 810. $2 exactor, 22.50. Dollar try, $89. Dollar super, 185.85. 20-cent super, 37.17. 20-cent pick 4, 404, 129.53. Sixth race order finish from the top, 432651. That's 432651 on the bottom. field for race number 7 on parade. One is Full of Personality, Austin Surrey for Tess Waxman and Addie Waxman. Number 2, Time Waits on No One, Scotty Calder for Cameron McQueen and Paige Van Deel Peepers. 3 is All She Can, Jay Harris for Wayne Smith. Number 4, AK Black Badger, Daryl Thiessen for Come On Cielo and Scott Sargentson. 5 is Watch Me Dance, Jason Ryan for Michael Patterson. Number 6, Rockford Peach, Brett Madonna for Francis Gimetta and Jean Allaire. And number 7, Del Diggity, Sammy Filia for Gerard Demers and Francois Morin. And let's get a look at this field for race number 7. And, well, my pick of the night, Del Diggity, is one that's such a proven winner. Del Diggity has been just outstanding since January 1st of last year. 26 wins since January of 2024, including now coming into this one, 4 wins in the past 5 starts. The only one that wasn't a win was a 4th at Mohawk in 54-4, 2 races ago. Del Diggity here. Now, last race had to work hard to come on in the late going, but then once she finally did come on and grab that front, then sprinted away and won by almost 3 lengths, but had to come first up and grind what was able to just wear down the competition. Del Diggity, what a strong performance, and just the way that she's been racing, and Sammy Filia has driven this one to 4 wins. The last 4 wins were all Sammy Filia with Del Diggity. And this one sent up a Gerard Demers strong barn, 3-2. Sammy's having himself a season. Others, number 2, Time Waits on No One. Well, this is also one that's got a bunch of wins since January 1st of last year, 17, and does show a win just 2 races ago at Leamington. Comes in from Leamington, the last bunch of races there. Before that was traveling around Sarnia, Hanover, and Time Waits on No One. Out of a sharp barn that of Cameron McQueen, Scotty Coulter driving. Time Waits on No One is looking for a 6th win on the year, and probably could be a trip horse. Leaves well enough to maybe get a trip. I think the inside horse, Full of Personality, is going to blast to the front, but Time Waits on No One, I think, might be able to be a good trip horse in this dash. Well, let's talk about one Full of Personality, and why do I think this one's going to the front? Well, the best way of predicting the future is looking at the past, and this one, 6 consecutive leads at the opening quarter in the last 6 races, so Full of Personality. Inside post position on a half-mile track, it's not a reach to think this one's firing out. Austin Surrey for Tess Waxman. Tess has a win on the evening. This one has 8 wins on the season. Full of Personality, 5-1. Certainly not without a chance in here as well. Full of Personality. The last time out, though, led all the way and then tired badly. So the last 2 races has really tired badly, but this is a sharp barn, and I'm thinking that they'll get this one figured back out, because before those last 2 was racing extremely well. I'm banking on a return to form. Full of Personality, I think, can be a threat, 5-1. And one more is number 6, Rockford Peach. And, well, post 1 last race in the class below this, was able to wire the field, so now moves up a level. Rockford Peach, Brett Madonna for the fine barn of Francis Guillemette, who also has some big numbers this year. There's some barns that have put up some big numbers in this dash. There's 4 barns with a training average of above 300. So take your pick. You get a lot of strong barns, and this is one also. Rockford Peach is currently 7-1. 7th race, going to post, a field of 7, going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 7. Full of personality. Time waits on no one on the inside. In the center is All She Can, AK Black Badger, and Watch Me Dance. To the outside, Rockford Peach and Del Diggity. And the field for the 7th race. In the stretch drive, gathering speed, approaching the start. And the rough. AK Black Badger, Rockford Peach on the inside, full of personality, and All She Can. AK Black Badger and full of personality, but full of personality, is full of pace as they race on into the backstretch. AK Black Badger. Then it is All She Can. Del Diggity is going to find a seat on the inside 4th in front of Rockford Peach, and time waits on no one. And then it is Watch Me Dance, full of personality, 5-2 on the boards, got the lead as they race on up to the opening quarter. AK Black Badger is racing position 2nd. Then 3rd is All She Can. Del Diggity is racing 4th and is about 6 off the lead. Then it is Rockford Peach, and time waits on no one. And Watch Me Dance, 27-1 opening quarter, and full of personality, leads for Austin Sorry with AK Black Badger and Daryl Thiessen 2nd. Del Diggity now is moved up on the outside and is coming on and is come on to take over 3rd. All She Can is 4th and racing 5th is Rockford Peach, and then time waits on no one and Watch Me Dance, 56-2 halftime. Full of personality, leading AK Black Badger by a couple, and Del Diggity on the outside is trying to dig up a little bit closer. All She Can is 4th and Rockford Peach is 5th, and the trailing pair, time waits on no one and Watch Me Dance, but full of personality, still leading. Advantage is a couple of lengths, and off a 56-2 halftime, getting closer. AK Black Badger now is challenging, full of personality, and Del Diggity is getting closer. AK Black Badger looking to come on and grab position A, but fighting is full of personality. Del Diggity is out 3 wide and coming now, and racing 4th is Rockford Peach, and now time waits on no one. Is sent out 4 wide and joining the fray. Rockford Peach is 5th, and then All She Can and Watch Me Dance. They're fanned out. They turn for home. Full of personality, clings to the lead. Del Diggity charging with AK Black Badger. Del Diggity and AK Black Badger. Del Diggity was darn good and wins at AK Black Badger. Then 3rd is between Full of Personality and Rockford Peach. 156-4. Del Diggity. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 7. It is number 7, Del Diggity. 7-year-old So Surreal Bay Mare by Francois Morin, trained by Gerard Demers. Sammy Fillion, the winning drive. It's the 12th win on the season for Del Diggity. 41st lifetime. Seventh race, pouch 7. Dal Diggity, 370, 310, 210. 4 AK Black Badger, $5, 310. 1 Full of Personality, 230. $2 Exactor, 1580. Dollar Try, 1480. Dollar Super, $295. 20-cent Super, $59. Seventh race, order finish from the top. 3572641. That's 3572641 at the bottom. Field for race number 8. 1, Caught Stealing Home, Austin Sorry for Melissa Lambero, Jeffrey Boyd. Number 2, La Petite Gare, Jay Harris for Francis Guimette and Michel Letarte. And number 3, First of an Era, Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald and Hartel Maintenance and Shengo. For Charlotte Station, Sammy Filia for Luke Bland, Determination. 5, Black to Reality, Daryl Thiessen for Mary Lindbergh and Nora Parks and James Grant. Number 6, Treasures Watching, Andre Goy for Don Leschied. And number 7 is Always Be Mary, Dale Spence for Ben Hollingsworth and Andrew Moore and Tommy Godfrey. And number 8 is Gin is Better, Jason Ryan for Ashley Hensley and Ed Hensley. Field of 8, race number 8. Let's get a look at this field for the 8th race, the final dash. We're going to start with number 1, Caught Stealing Home. And, Caught Stealing Home is offering a decent price, 3-1 for my top horse. The thing is, hasn't raced since August the 2nd, so that's certainly one of the reasons why this one's not getting a lot of love. But look, qualified at Grand River in 154, and one that does show racing in 51 and change. Back-to-back starts back in July. I think Caught Stealing Home, sent up by Melissa Lamoureux, is going to come out firing, blast to the front. It'd be very tough to beat in here, and is offering value 6-1 because the fans have gone to my second horse, which is 3, First of an Era, and one that's been racing in Batavia, and should find this to be a softer spot. And this is one that's made $47,000 in 32 starts on the year. First of an Era, Brett McDonald for Ron McDonald, is one that's coming in on a much shorter rotation. Last race was September the 10th at Batavia, and Brett McDonald, First of an Era, is 2-5, getting a ton of love. Others. Number 2, La Petite Gray, was really good here last time out. Now is one that's moving up in class. That was in the bottom class and was off form before that last start, but maybe it can carry forward. You got a strong barn, Francis Guimette and Jay Harris drives, and La Petite Gray off that good last race, looking to move up and keep it carrying forward, 11-1. And number 5, Black to Reality, has been a fringe player of late. Does have 13 runner-up finishes in 28 starts on the year, but of late now comes into this one with 3 consecutive fourths. But overall, the recent form on Black to Reality is good enough that you got to use this one somewhere on the ticket. Daryl Thiessen for Mariel Enberg. Black to Reality is offering 16-1. And if you're looking for one more to throw into this one, maybe 7, Always Be Merry for the Super High 5, just because this is one that raced at Mohawk last race and came home strongly, 27-4 in each of the last 2 races. Always Be Merry probably can find a spot somewhere on the ticket. Dale Spence for Ben Hollingsworth. Gate is rolling for race number 8. Cod stealing home, La Petite Gray, first of an error on the inside. In the center, Charlotte Station, Black to Reality. To the outside, Treasures Watching, Always Be Merry, and Gin is Better. It's a field of 8 for race number 8. They're at the start. And they're off, and driving out down the center of the track is Black to Reality, also getting out well, first in error, and caught stealing home on the inside. But it is first of an error, first right out. Caught stealing home is second. La Petite Gray, Black to Reality. Always Be Merry, fifth, in Charlotte Station. Then Treasures Watching and Gin is Better, but first of an error is first in the early action. 7-5 on the board. Caught stealing home is 8-5 now, and fills the pocket. La Petite Gray is racing third. Then Black to Reality and Always Be Merry, and Charlotte Station and Treasures Watching and Gin is Better. 27-4 opening quarter. First of an era. Leads on around the turn, advantage a couple of lengths over Caught Stealing. La Petite Gray is racing third. Always Be Merry is traveling first over. Black to Reality is on the inside. Charlotte Station third from last. Treasures Watching and Gin is Better trails the field. First of an era. First on past the half. 27-4 quarter, half of 57-1. Caught stealing home is right there intently close in the pocket. Always Be Merry is racing first up third. La Petite Gray fourth, and Charlotte Station on the outside fifth, and then Black to Reality. Treasures Watching and Gin is Better. It is first of an era on the outside now, driving up and challenging first of an era is Always Be Merry. Caught stealing home now has popped out, as it is Always Be Merry who's come on to grab the lead, and first of an era is racing second. Caught stealing home moved out and is flattened out. Always Be Merry is merrily leading by about 5 lengths right now. And then it is Caught Stealing Home in Charlotte Station. But Always Be Merry has got this one sewn up. Always Be Merry is going to dominate at the finish and take it by about 7 or 8 lengths. Then Charlotte Station. Then it looked like Treasures Watching and Caught Stealing Home won 53-4. There's a look at the winner. Always Be Merry. Dale Spence with the winning drive. Always Be Merry. He's a 4-year-old. Always Be Mickey Bay mare. By Andrew Moore and Tommy Godfrey. Ben Hollingsworth, the trainer. First win on this season for Always Be Merry. And the 5th lifetime. Might have won 53-4. Eighth race payout 7. Always Be Merry 1610 774.34 Charlotte Station 493.71 Caught Stealing Home 220. $2 exactor is 66.20. Dollar try 93.35. 20-cent super 801.69. Super high five carryover 3100 89.05. $2 double of 7 and 7 70.80. And the dollar pick 3 is 193.30 on 3 of 3. Eighth race over a finish from the top is at 357.26418. That's 357.26418 on the bottom. That concludes the live harness racing program for this Saturday evening. Action resumes on Sunday, our first dash 6:20, 5 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.